Hey guys, welcome back to Reembok Hikes. We're on to the next mystery unveiled, the Vanishing Point. This is the mystery of the Red Pine Trail. Let's go into the white silence. See you on the other side. That was the last message Ella Martinez posted online, along with a photograph so hauntingly serene, it felt like a painting. An endless corridor of snow-laden trees beneath an iron gray sky. What no one knew then was that this image would soon become part of a much darker story. One that would spread like wildfire through the hiking world, the survivalist forums, and even attract the attention of those who chase the paranormal. It began in early March 2025. In the desolate wilds of the Porcupine Mountains, a jagged, sprawling wilderness tucked into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. This was no tourist hike. This was Red Pine Trail. A snow-smothered, artery-slicing through uncharted forest, accessible only to the most skilled and the most reckless. No signs, no shelters, no phone signals. Ella, 29, was both. Chapter 1, Ghosts of the Trail. Ella Martinez wasn't new to danger. With a follower base of over 200,000 on her adventure channel, she'd chronicled everything from navigating monsoon-swollen rivers in Meghalaya to a paragliding off the icy cliffs of Banff. But this time, something felt different. She had been quieter, more reflective in her posts leading up to this trip. She said she needed silence. Her sister Natalia later recalled. She said the forest could speak, if you let it. Her goal was a solo 4-day loop on the Red Pine Trail, a route few even attempted during summer, let alone in sub-zero conditions. Locals called it cursed. Old mining maps showed dozens of abandoned shafts beneath the area. In winter, many claimed to hear knocking from under the snow. Some said it was ice cracking. Others said it was something older, something eerie, something paranormal, something buried. Chapter 2, Into the White. Ella began on March 6th. Her gear was military grade, 4 thermal layers, GPS beacon, snowshoes, a wood stove, even a flare gun. Her backpack weighed 38 pounds, precisely calculated. Her camera, a mirrorless Sony rigged to document everything. Of course, day 1 went smoothly. Her GPS log showed slow but steady movement along the ridgelines. She made camp near an iced-over lake, posting a shot of her tent under aurora-lit skies. Her caption? The silence is so loud, I can hear my heartbeat. But on day 2, things changed. At 4:13 p.m., her emergency beacon pinged out a brief 3-burst SOS. That pattern used for stealth in hostile environments was strange for a hiker. Search and rescue teams were alerted, but a fast-moving snow squall swept in, grounding helicopters and making snowmobile tracking impossible. The next morning, her beacon went dark. Chapter 3, Signs in the New Snow. By day 4, a 12-person search and rescue team armed with drones and avalanche dogs began combing the area. It was then that they found the first sign. About 18 kilometers from her planned route, nestled between 2 barren fir trees, one was her snowshoe, half buried and laced in fresh blood. A trail of footprints led away from it, staggered, almost frantic, but they didn't lead anywhere. They stopped. Just stopped. A few meters beyond, in the dense underbrush, was her tripod, snapped in half like a twig. Her camera lay beside it, still on, battery flickering. Footage recovered showed nothing but static snow and wind, and then a sound. Rhythmic. 3 taps. Silence. 3 taps again. One rescuer described it as a heartbeat in a wood. Chapter 4, the fire tower. Search and rescue maps showed her position to be within a kilometer of a landmark long since forgotten, the old Red Pine Fire Tower. Destroyed by lightning in 1957, locals avoided it. Strange animal sightings, whispers of a man who never left, even rumors of a stairwell that still stood leading to nowhere. And that's where her prints had led, to a ridge that overlooked a yawning gorge, where the fire tower's foundation stones still jutted from the snow-like broken teeth. There, they found something chilling. A spiral traced in ash. Not drawn by a stick, but by a gloved finger, through soot that should not have been there. It was warm. One search and rescue member, an Ojibwe tracker named Caleb, grew pale. That symbol is for the underpath, he said. It means something walks below. That night, the team set up camp and prepared to widen the search grid in the morning. They never got the chance. Chapter 5, Return of the Lost. At dawn, a ranger named Lisa Tremont heard banging on the cabin door. Sharp! Urgent! She opened it to find Ella, barefoot, frostbitten, face sunken, and eyes wild. Her lips were cracked, her fingertips blistered, and she whispered, "I didn't fall. I was taken." Chapter 6, What She Saw. Once stable, Ella told her story, fragmented at first, but slowly pieced together over 2 weeks of recovery. She said she'd gotten disoriented after the second night when the auroras returned and something in the trees whistled back to her. She followed what she thought was her own trail until she realized it wasn't. The footsteps were slightly larger, and there were 2 sets. One always behind hers, never overlapping. As panic set in, she found the old fire tower, and behind its ruins, a slope of white that, as she walked, collapsed beneath her. She fell. Not far, just a few feet, but enough to land in what felt like an old shaft. But it wasn't a mine. It was a room. Stone walls. Fire already lit. Food on a metal tray. And carvings on the wall. Crude symbols, depictions of deer, wolves, men without faces. She stayed there for what she said felt like hours, maybe days. A voice spoke from the darkness. Not angry, not human either. Whispered things she didn't understand. Told her the land had rules. The silence wasn't emptiness. He watches the ones who wander. He keeps cold. He hates fire. Then, nothing. She woke up in snow. The shaft gone, no traces of warmth. Only the spiral near the stones and her own trembling breath. Chapter 7, No Evidence, No Answers. SER teams returned to the fire tower site, scanned it with ground-penetrating radar. Nothing. No shaft. No tunnel. No warmth signatures. The camera footage was later analyzed by audio engineers. The knocking? It wasn't echo. It had source directionality, as if coming from beneath the mic, not the forest. Ella was cleared of any hallucination or drug use. Her vitals had dropped dangerously low, but brain scans showed no trauma. Her story stood intact. Some said it was a psychological break. Others believed her. Theories exploded online: ancient mining spirits, time loops, government experiments, Wendigo folklore. One Redditor even linked the spiral symbol to a pictogram found in an Icelandic lava tube. Chapter 8, The Vanishing Point. Ella never returned to the wilderness. She moved to coastal Spain, sold her gear, and began painting abstract canvas, most of them spirals, in black and red. She never monetized her story. She deleted her channel. She granted one interview saying only, "Sometimes we find we don't know we're looking for, but some things don't want to be found." To this day, hikers still seek the Red Pine Trail. Some report whispers, others vanish entirely, and some return changed, silent, solemn, never speaking of what they saw. Because maybe Ella was right. Maybe the forest really can speak. Maybe it listens too. All right, guys, what did you think of that eerie story? And tell me more about the Red Pine Trail. How many of you have been to the Red Pine Trail? Make sure to comment below, hit the like and subscribe button, and keep on tuning in as we bring more mysterious stories your way. See you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.